Greetings out there in YouTube land from the planet Earth. I'm showing you a response that I gave to a sister in Christ here. I was telling her about getting some off-grid, at least trying to do some partial off-gridding in her home, and how it was really, honestly, really affordable. Many are not understanding it. I mean, they do have a lot of people just thinking solar panels, right? And they're okay, but they don't provide energy 24 hours a day. They have different kinds of wind generators. Some turn into the wind, which is okay, but I have an issue with that because the bearings need to be greased on a regular basis. All the big ones that you see, they got to be done every month or the things will seize up. I don't know how often it is on the smaller ones, but I thought, why turn into the wind when they got the model that lays there, and it's, no matter which direction the wind is coming from, it's always in the right angle, right? They're much better, more efficient, I think, personally, right? They provide energy 24 hours a day, right? But I also came up with this one a long time ago, using the weight of the water itself, which is at 8 pounds per gallon, right? Take one of those drums, and they got these beautiful little mini. This guy got it on eBay, but they sell them on Amazon as well. That's a 10-watt mini turbine generator. Now imagine having some of them hooked up together, right? The weight of the water pushing down, the other end going back up to the top, pouring back into the drum. You've got yourself perpetual energy from the weight of a simple drum of water. Depending on how many you get, because they're not expensive. You can get them on Amazon or eBay, wherever you like. And like I told her, think of a chair, right? And I gave her two examples, like 4 sets of two, right? So that's 8 of them, right? 10 watts, that's 80 watts per hour. 24 hours, that's 1920 watts per day. Look at your bill and see how many watts you use, right? Think about it, right? But that's per day what it provides, right? And then you just add 4 more, right? So you get just a dozen of them. Suddenly you're at 2,880 watts per day. Because it's making them round. It's a day and night. What can you say, right? Think about every hour you've got steady power. You've got 120 watts of power every hour coming in into your batteries from just that alone, right? So while you're sleeping, using no energy at all, it's making energy. So if you add a wind generator, right, it's got power coming in day and night. You want to add a solar panel, whatever you want to do. You make something like that, and it'll fit in in your basement or some little part, just charging up the batteries, keeping them charged up for you, right? So it may be a bit of a cloudy day, maybe your solar panels aren't making as much. You got this as a backup. Either way, you can power the whole house with this. 1 or 2 of these set up, you got the whole house powered and then some. Talk about off grid for cheap, right? I mean, a dozen of them won't cost you a lot of money. So what if you got 2 dozen of them? You see what I mean? Think about that. What would you do with over 5,700 watts of power, right? And they do have some voltage inverters that do the 220 to handle the ovens and stoves, right? And then your dryers as well, right? But pretty much everything you've got is in the 110 range, right? So it can be done cheaply if you just use common, simple sense and work with the simple stuff around you. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg. Your main cost is going to be the storage batteries this way, right? And you can do it for really cheap. Buy the batteries one at a time, whatever you got to do, however you got to do it, right? But you take even just one room in your house, right? Start off with just one room even, right? That you use. Anything you use in there is free. You're not going to get a bill for it. So the best idea is to try and start off with the room you use the most. That's usually the biggest energy user, right? And sit back and go, hey, I charge up my phones for free. I use my computer for free. I watch TV for free, or I run my air conditioner for free, or I run my heater for free. Whatever. The whole point is it's free. That money goes back in your pocket. Bills are going up, brothers and sisters, right? The wise man prepares. Grab them right now while you can, because the price is cheap, right? 1,000,001 uses when you think about it, right? Water your lawn if you have one set up for that. While you're watering your lawn, you're charging up your battery at the same time. 1,000,001 ways to save energy and cut your bills, brothers and sisters. Think about it. Something so simple and so tiny. Think of a chair, the legs of the chair. You're not going to stand it on it clearly, right? But that kind of, how much more simpler can I get than that, right? And I just had 4 of them. You might want 6 of them. The weight of the water is going to do all the work anyway, right? And they'll sit there and run quietly, 24 hours a day, making you energy, saving you money. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. All that savings in your pocket instead of somebody else's. So your cash stays in your wallet in the bank where it belongs and not in somebody else's pocket. Just so you can see it at night. Think about it. Bye-bye.